Alright. Let's see what we have here. Gonna do some green quests. About a fifth of the way to level 30. Ugh. Oh boy. That's a lot of... Alright, I will look at that when I get to town. Time to at least start doing some quests and maybe hit level 30 tonight. And if so, maybe hop into Razorfen Kraul. And if I'm lucky, the camps up here will be basically cleared out already. And I can just run up and grab the quest items along the way. We'll see. Alright, someone is clearing. That's good news for me. I mean, these are so low level anyway, but makes it so much faster at least if I can just run up and get my quest item. That Murloc. Oh, Firefin. Okay, I actually do want to fish Firefin. Well, I'll not take a bath, but fish. Can I... will you aggro me? Yeah, of course. Since I'm an alchemist and fire oil is a level 56 Western Plaguelands Hungarian Wraith. Okay. Well, 56, that is that's gotta hurt. Alright, back to business. I do feel in somewhat of a hurry because I do want to hit 30 tonight, and I also do want to run Razorfen Kraul if I actually manage to get the level. And so Razorfen Kraul is actually the dungeon where I lost my previous level 30 rogue in, because the first boss in there mind controls, and I wasn't the one being mind controlled, but unfortunately for me, a level 32 warrior, I think, was mind controlled. And as soon as they got mind control, they immediately hit their fear, which made everyone else, except me, run away in fear, while I was standing just next to them, and they basically hit me 2 times, and then I was dead. And I could not do anything about it, which absolutely sucked. Alright, now we want to kill crocolisks, and we also want to find these sort of stealth enemies that are moving around in the water. I also want to keep an eye out for life root. Here we have one. Hey buddy, two can stealth, not only you. This can be a very annoying quest to do because if someone else is also doing it, I mean for starters they're stealthed, so yeah, there is one. It's very easy to miss them, and if someone else is also doing the quest while you're doing it, you're basically running around all over the place looking for enemies that are very difficult to spot, and they may, you know, you may be even waiting for respawns without knowing about it. But I think what I will do is that I will actually focus on the crocolisks to begin with, because they're sort of up there, and then I'll do the stealth ones when I'm slowly moving over to the quest giver that is somewhere over there. I don't, so there is like a special vendor here, but I think she only sells leatherworking stuff. I don't think she sells any alchemy stuff. Sell. We can actually sell these. Alrighty then.
Well met.
Yep.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, so leatherworking stuff and nothing really interesting. What? Alright, hello. Thank you. I wonder if he's also after crocolisks though. Oh, life root. This is very much a thing, is that you set out to do something and then suddenly you're running around doing 5 different things at once. Oh. Their aggro range is very tight. I mean, sure, he's 24 and I'm 29, but still, I was practically standing on top of him. But I think that's also another thing of them being stealthed, is that their aggro range is reduced. So we'll see if we do get to Razorfen Kraul today. If we do, I will make sure to inform the group what we need to look out for, because I do not want to repeat that mistake again. And now I'm gonna fish again. Because I also want blackmouth oil. Because I can actually sell some of the elixirs done with this for quite a lot of silver. And you know, training fishing skill. also have this issue where I want to at least try to keep my bags somewhat ordered. Um, I do have an add-on that automatically sorts them, but if I press that button, everything will be, put together, and I don't want that because I want to separate what I want to keep in my bags and what do I want to sell on the auction house and what do I want to send to my banking character. But I know a lot of people are just looting and don't caring. Not caring. Yeah. Right. There are quite a few in this pool. Later on, when I'm trying to get together, so obviously I do have more gold than 2 gold and 83 silver. I am every now and then sending off, you know, gold to my banking character because if this character dies, at the very least I, keep some gold out of it and not just die with like 40 gold in my pockets because then that money is lost. Someone else is killing the crocolisks. But when I'm, getting closer to 40, when you can buy your first mount, that's when I'm gonna do the fishing strategy because you can actually make a lot of money with fishing by fishing up the trunks in specific pools and then sell most of the material that you find on the auction house. And if you're self-found, you can actually just sell it to a vendor as well because you'll still make a lot of money by doing that. More, more fishing. Well, all the crocolisks are dead anyway, so I may as well go fish and wait for respawns. So this up here is an add-on called Deathlog, and everyone else that is using the add-on, if you die, you send out an alert so that everyone else with the add-on can get some details like your name, your class, your race, and what level. And even you can see, if I hover over them, I can see what killed them, what zone they were in, and last words, which sometimes can be very funny. Or yes, they can be very funny. They can all, of course, be tragic as well, like someone screaming for help or something, like wanting someone to help them out. Um, but it's a very fun add-on. Otherwise, I think in hardcore servers, you only get announcement if someone in your guild dies. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I still use the add-on. It's like a leftover from the days before the official hardcore servers, where you more or less had to use the add-on to run hardcore. Alright, can we please get some... So this is really the thing, which somewhat also makes me doubt that I'll hit level 30 tonight, because everything just takes so much longer in Classic. You don't have a mount. You're often running quite long distances between quest objectives. And in this case, if someone else is also doing the quest, well, the only thing you can do is wait for the mobs to respawn, and that can take a while. So while waiting, I am fishing. And I mean, if I don't manage to hit 30 tonight, it's not the end of the world. It would be fun, and it would be fun to run Razorfen Kraul again, but I don't want to do it before I hit 30. And I'm not even sure if I'll get an invite to a group if I'm not 30. Oh, someone died in the guild earlier. I have a small gnome running around. Hey, buddy. He blew me a kiss and ran away. Alright, that's wholesome. I know this is a huge divider for a lot of people, but I honestly really enjoy the gnomes in the game. I think they're very funny. Um, if I wasn't such a min-maxer with my rogue, I absolutely would have played a rogue, but humans get such an advantage with mace and sword specialization when you're playing a rogue. It's just too powerful to give up. Even though, I mean, rogue, they also have very good traits. I think they have like something called the escape artist or something that more or less makes them able to get rid of if they are being rooted or rooted in place or something. They have something they can use for that, which is, very, very good, of course, to get out of tricky situations. But I like doing a lot of damage. That's why I'm playing a human rogue. If I was playing a warlock or a mage, I would go with gnome, but I'm not. You also get, and that is not an add-on, but you get a. I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but there's like this sharing going on whenever a player hits level 60, which is the max level, and that is like a server-wide thing. You don't. It's not tied to an add-on or anything. It's just something unique for the hardcore servers. Okay, I want to find crocolisks. Ay, ay, ay. Hey. Okay, I have one of these at least. So I think after I finish these green quests in Wetlands, we're gonna head over to Duskwood and do some green quests there as well. And yes, I am running green quests, I know. I have to realize as well that as a melee class, I am so dependent on finding like a good main hand weapon can make all the difference. And I mean, I ran Dead Mines. I did not get the weapon from there that I had hoped for. So I actually invested in a good main hand hammer. But it was good like 9 levels ago. and it's starting to become, you're starting to notice that I'm getting behind, because even though this is a level 25 mob, which is 4 levels below me, it still takes a while to kill. And that's why I'm doing green quests, basically, is because I think my weapons are not that great. And really, up until level 40, I really don't want to spend too much money on the auction house. I actually found this hammer for way less than what it says there. I think I bought it for 3 gold, 50 silver, which felt like a very good investment, but I don't want to waste too much money up until I get the mount at level 40, and that is very expensive. Okay, this is actually, I'm getting very nice drop rate on the crocolisk skins, at least. And I'm saving the meat for cooking. Guess you actually get a recipe, cooking recipe from this as well. So the problem isn't the drop rate, the problem is actually finding the damn crocolisks. And these are not the crocolisks that I need. Okay, we only need 2 more of those creeper dudes, and maybe 2 more crocolisks, and then we're happy. I'm happy that I got so much fish, because those both of those are not rare, but I mean, it's not that often that you run along the coastline just finding them, if we're not actively looking for them. Come on, man. I mean, I don't know if whoever is watching this have played this game or not, but if there is one add-on that I would argue is almost a necessity to be playing World of Warcraft Classic, it's the add-on called Questy, because all these icons you can see on my map and the exclamation marks that indicates, oh hey, there's a quest here. In regular Classic, there is nothing of it. I mean, if you don't know the game, you basically have no idea where to go next or who to talk to get a quest, unless you run around talking to everyone. And with this add-on, you can also zoom out. You can do a lot more planning on, like, okay, now I'm here. After this, I'm gonna go to this place because that's within my level range. So yeah. Hey, someone in the guild hit level 60. Okay, here we have a crocolisk, and there we have a creeper. Hopefully the last crocolisk we need, and then we're gonna start moving over to the quest giver for the creepers while killing... Yeah, that was the last one we needed. And we're just gonna need one more creeper after this one. There we go. So I'm gonna start moving east towards the quest giver. See if there's any creepers on the way. I'm gonna try to listen, because you can actually hear them when they come, when you see them coming out of stealth. this. Here was one earlier. I wonder if it respawned. Nope, doesn't look like it. But they spawn along the water most of the way. Unless that person is also looking for them, maybe. Ah, I bet they are. Fuck. Okay, there. I'll just beeline that direction. Use my 5-minute cooldown sprint. Oh, that actually sells for quite a bit. Then when I Hearthstone to Stormwind, I'm gonna do some financial marketing with posting auctions and stuff like that. Ah. Come on, Croc. I just want the flower. Right. Is there a creeper here? Come on, creeper, creeper. You can see the swords on the minimap indicates from the add-on where they usually spawn. Around these puddles. Yep. Right, we're gonna look up there. Oh, someone has been on a gnoll killing spree. Dwarf Hunter. Don't mind me, I'm just picking flowers. Okay, do we have a creeper here? Something tells me there's going to be a creeper here. Oh, okay. I guess that warrior I saw earlier running, you know, in the direction where I was coming from. I guess they cleaned out these creepers. Oh, here we go. Last one. There, okay. Now we're gonna hand in these quests. Is it that one? Yeah. And then I'm thinking we're heading to Duskwood. I am actually gonna do these two raptor quests as well to avoid unnecessary traveling. They're at level or yellow, so it will not be as face roll as these 3 were, but I mean it's within level at least. I am also thinking that if I'm like super unlucky in Razorfen Kraul, because I don't think there's a main hand weapon in there for me, unless I'm, get a green weapon or something. I am thinking of upgrading on the auction house, because the next big upgrade when it comes to weapons is from Scarlet Monastery, and that is not until like level 40, um, which is a long ways to go. Okay, we're gonna kill some raptors on the way over here. And sprint again. I think are we getting some good? No, nothing. We're getting the cooking recipe at least. And nothing good from the other requests. I think this one has a follow-up to kill a named raptor. I don't know what you get from that. Cloth shoulders, nothing we're interested in. Someone caster in the guild found these. Look very nice. And at 30, we're getting a Blade Flurry, which is basically the only AoE ability for rogues in Classic. I know that some like to start off with 2 points in Remorseless Attacks to make the sort of leveling experience a bit faster. But I always go straight for Riposte, which is an excellent solo ability, and then you get the Blade Flurry ability, which is also very nice to have. So I'm actually not doing what a lot of others are doing, I guess. Now we need to keep an eye out for these lootable items while also killing raptors. For whatever reason, there's always so much people in this sort of dig area. But at least we're getting more cooking materials. Okay, there is one fragment. I wonder if that person is after it. Let's see. Or are they just here skinning? Yeah, I think they're just here skinning. I think that's also what a lot of people are here for, is there are so many raptors down here. You don't have to wait around for respawns or anything. They come back very quickly. So if you're a skinner, it's a great place to be. Usually one of the fragments is up the ramps, so I'm gonna run up there and check. Ah, it's always a gamble if I have time to stealth before I get close to them. Or are you going to kill the named one? Maybe. I am only there for the fragment though. Thank you. Hope he wasn't after it. Or he's swearing that I stole his fragment. Oh, I need to refresh my poisons. Ah, what disease? Okay, not super bad, but I have a very nice poison macro that makes it so much easier to reapply poisons. And this is also a lot of classic, you know, kill 20 of these enemies, loot 4 of these items. It's a very, I don't know, classic thing. Pun intended. Oh, there's someone's corpse. Cake slap. In midair, it looks like. Wonder what happened there. Oh, I'm bleeding, so I'll, yeah, breaking my stealth. We need one more fragment and a couple of more raptors. I don't think I'll do the follow-up. I forgot to check what level that named raptor was. Ooh, someone just died to Baron Rivendare. That's the last boss in the undead side of Stratholm. I wonder if there's a wipe incoming. Because it was a warrior, so it could have been like the tank. So one thing that a lot of the hey, I don't want to lose this stamina. I'll sell them. One thing a lot of hardcore players are running with, you know, when they're level 60 and they're doing these very dangerous dungeons, they're always there with something called a petrification flask. I think that's what it's called. It basically, because if you're inside a dungeon and you leave the group after like 3 seconds, after 3 seconds, there will be like a pop-up warning you, hey, if you don't get back to the group in 1 minute, you will be, you know, automatically teleported out of the dungeon. So what people do in a case like that, say the tank just died, everyone leaves, you know, everyone else that are still alive, they leave the group, and as soon as that pop-up shows up, they drink their petrification flask, because that flask makes you immune to all damage for 1 minute. So when the minute is up, they will be teleported out of the dungeon alive. So that's what a lot of people are doing. Those flasks, of course, are super expensive. They're like, I don't know, like 40, 50 gold per flask. But at the point when you're level 60, you may have invested a lot of time into your character. You don't, you know, 40 gold is worth saving you hundreds of hours of, you know, losing a character. Well, there's actually a... So I'm typing a bit to the people in the guild because apparently there is an Onyxia buff dropping in 10 minutes, which means I will have time to hand in my quests. Because that buff is crazy bananas. It's like 5% increased critical chance, a whole bunch of increased attack power for 2 hours. Uh, so that was actually well timed, if I managed to make it. I mean, that buff is so good that even if I don't make it, you know, with handing in all the quests, I will prioritize the buff, and worst case, I'll just fly back here and hand in the quest because that buff is just too good to not take. Or, yeah, it's a garbage chess piece.
Keep your feet on the ground.
I'll just invite him. Right. Handing in. Actually, level 30 looks well within reach. Because I'm gonna hand in these 2 quests. And then I'm just gonna hop down to Duskwood to do the easier quests there. And I should be hitting 30 within the hour, absolutely. I have 7 minutes to hand in the quests. What level is he? Dialga is 39. bet that's a low level night elf. The thing is, this area, so players who play night elves, they can reach, they travel from Kalimdor all the way from here over here, where we are. And then they want to make their way to Ironforge, usually. So they need to run from here all the way that way. And this area is very brutal for low levels because they're like crocodiles walking all over the place. So you usually see corpses of night elves along the way. Okay, 5 minutes to go. I do not want to miss this buff. I actually need to train alchemy in Darnassus. I'm almost capped. Right, quick, quick, quick. Hand in, hand in. I don't want to miss the buff. This is the place I'm gonna buy my horsey when I turn 40, because I want the black one. And they only sell it here.
Be careful.
Okay, thank you.
Go with honor, friend.
And this dude, and then I'm hearthstoning.
With honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Thank you.
Light bless you.
Alright. Okay, let's see. Here we are. Where is the... Oh boy, a lot of people. Hey, past me. Salute. Do a bunch of cooking as well. Alright, now we're getting the buff. Kablamo. There we go. Okay, my bags are a mess. I need to organize this.
Light be with you.
That goes into the bank. So there's that and that and that and that and that. And I will do cooking later because I don't want to waste time in Stormwind. With the buff, and I'm gonna send crap to my banker Tsuka. That was it, I think. Wait, whoop. Or, Thank you, dude. He gave me some potions as well.
Greetings.
Uh, those we're selling. Okay. And we have a bunch of items we're selling on the auction house. Then we're heading straight to Duskwood. I don't know if I'm gonna bother trying to sell the... Whoa! Where did I get all the... Okay, I need to send off some cash. I don't want to die there with that much money on me. Put up some auctions, and then it's Duskwood time. Sell. Yep. Okay, let's try this again. Speed potions. No, I don't think so. What are they called? Swiftness. Yeah, I don't have that recipe. We're selling all the health potions. Some drinks. Murloc fins. Slimy Murloc scales. Okay, they're tanking in price. And 17 of these. Let's see what swiftness. What? Where's that recipe from? I need to look this up. Swiftness potion recipe. Okay, so it's basically a rare world drop, and no one is, yep, not even on the auction house. Jeez, I wonder what that recipe costs.
Hey there.
Alright, enough with wasting time in town. Time to get to Duskwood. What am I doing? Is it faster running from... Yay, all my healing potions are selling. Right, Skeletal Fiend. Right, so that's what we're doing first. So we're actually taking the flight to Westfall.
Light.
So, what this warrior I just met was asking me about, because I'm an alchemist, um, they asked me if I could make this swiftness potion. Increase run speed by 50% for 15 seconds. And you can see one potion sells for 20 silver, which is a lot. I mean, it's not a very difficult recipe because it's like made by level 60 alchemist. It's like low level herbs. Problem is that the recipe is apparently a very rare drop from low level mobs, like level 10 to 20 or something. There wasn't a single recipe on the auction house even, which tells me that whenever there is one, it sells for a lot. I can probably even see if I can get some kind of swiftness there. Okay, my last scan actually says that it was only 33 silver. Last time it was up on the auction house, but maybe that's not correct. Anywho, we need to kill these skeletal fiends. 15 of them to be precise. And these are low levels, so it should be fast. But this is also usually a highly contested area where there's always a lot of players running around. So we'll see how fast it is. Grey moss I can take. That is a somewhat rare herb, the grave moss, because as the name implies, it only grows on cemeteries. And I mean, that's a very specific location. And if you're unlucky, like I always am, you only get one when you pick. So now we have the Onyxia buff. 5% increased crit chance and 140 attack power. So just badonkers crazy, which makes leveling so much faster at least. And I mean, if we're really pro, we'll even get a Razorfen group before the buff runs out. But that is kind of unlikely because first we need to get to 30, then we need to find a group, which can take a while when you're DPS. Then everyone needs to get their ass to the dungeon, which is on the other continent, not as easy to do as Alliance player, and so on. So we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, if you noticed, I actually flew to Westfall instead of Darkshire, and that is because when you're doing quests around this cemetery that we are doing now, it is so much faster just going there instead. Because the run from Darkshire takes a while. There are only horrors. We need fiends. I also know that I have one other green quest. Thing is, I don't want to do that yet because the quest I'm getting after this one will then lead me to killing ghouls. which I also need for the other quest. So we're trying to be efficient here, people. There's a fiend. I'll just range pull him because people are trying to get the same enemies. There's another one. Can actually spot the fiends because they're slightly more white than the horrors. Leave me alone. No. Oh. Okay, so he actually stunned me. And I think when we're handing in this quest, we're gonna head down the crypt where all the ghouls are located, because I think we have, by then we're gonna have 3 quests that all takes place down there. Efficiency. That's my middle name. Especially when I'm trying to level up quickly. Just gonna kill horrors. I'm not sure if they share respawn, but I do think the others respawn faster if you just clear out the area. Okay, there's a fiend again. You fiend! And there's one just popped up. Hey, a lockbox. My first one, actually. As a rogue. That feels nice, opening your own lockbox. They never have anything worthwhile in them. As I was saying. Jesus. Pair of white shoulders. I mean, it could be good for someone leveling up. We'll try to sell them. Okay, 2 more. Someone else is also hunting them. Horror. Horror. I feel like they respawn fast in this location. I'll just pull this one. My poisons are running out, but I'm not refreshing them when I just need 2 more mobs. Kom igen då. Alright, okay, I see them. Gonna pull both of them just to make sure that no one else gets in between. set our waypoint to the Flight Master. Thor. There. And we're gonna get there quickly. And we're flying to hand in, and then think we're heading into the crypt back here at the cemetery. What do we have left? 70% on our way to 30. How does it look? Are people... Razorfen. Oh, okay. Actually a bunch of groups. Hopefully we'll be as lucky when we're trying to find... Oh, no healers, of course. It's usually the case. Healers and tanks are the most difficult ones to find. And that is not different when playing hardcore. It's always the ones you're ending up looking for. Quickly gonna sell my crap. Okay, I don't even get... I'm not gonna bother with these from now on because I don't get it in skill up from the pickpocketed boxes, and they never have anything worthwhile in them.
What can I do for you?
The higher ones I think can have at least some like vendor trash, but
Be careful.
best case these lower ones have health potions.
Hello.
Right, Darkshire, handing it in. Right, there are some quests that Legend of Stalvan, Worgen in the Woods. Both of them are 28. And I think the Ghoul quest is level 27. But I need some space in my quest log as well for the Razorfen Kraul quests. So I will just not pick them up yet. But it feels actually nice to not only have, like a few levels ago, all I had was green quests, which is, I do enjoy questing, but it also, you know, it's not very difficult. You're mostly just traveling around, not having much issues. 1 gold, 2, 3, 4, 4 gold. So like 3 gold, 60 silver. Am I gonna need for training? Oof, 58 rogue, Eastern Plaguelands, yeah. Alright, handing in quest, and then we're flying back to Westfall, because I do think it's going down into the crypt, the spooky crypt, which is always full of players as well.
Hello. Safe travel.
Yes, plague spreaders, that's in the crypt. Level 30? What? Whatever, dude, we're doing it. And we're at the same time doing these two. Back to the Griffin and Westfall, and we'll set our there and run towards it. even know what there are any good like weapons to buy. Now I'm just looking at epics. I'm not buying an epic. Uh, I don't even know what the lowest level epic is. I think it's like 40 and above. Is this the lowest one? 38? This one I wouldn't mind. That is a crazy weapon. Look at this. T-Boo's Blazing Longsword. Arguably, if not the, but one of the best rogue weapons in the game. I mean, up until like the very, very last raid, like Nexramas or something. But that weapon is... I've played World of Warcraft for 20 years. I have never ever seen that weapon. I think it's like a super rare drop from the world bosses, and also like AQ40 and Nexramas, like the highest level raids. I've never ever seen it. I think I've seen it on the auction house like once, and then it was like insanely priced, like thousands and thousands of gold. I know that in a later patch they are updating the Silithus zone with these bosses that you can summon to do like rep hand in with Cenarian Circle. I think that sword is also a very rare drop from like one in a million, basically, from those bosses. Okay, we need ghoul fangs, ghoul ribs, and we're gonna kill 20 ghouls known as plague spreaders. And plague spreaders, they only spawn at the very end of the crypt, and that place is usually... Oh, here is one actually. Hello. May as well kill you. Yeah, okay, so one or two are actually wandering around up here, but if you want to be efficient, which we want to be, we're heading down into the crypt. Jeez. I watched a Guzu live stream, and he said that originally the entirety of Duskwood was supposed to be as like misty and difficult to see as the area I just ran past, like when they were, you know, developing the game originally, and they had like plans of you needing to use like a torch. Oh boy, okay. Jesus. No. Uh, oh, I'm stunned. Okay, I need to kill the spider first. Hovering over health potion. Jesus Christ, okay, that was not my intention, obviously. Uh, uh, as I was saying, they had plans originally that you would need like a torch when moving around in Duskwood to light up the area. Um, but they didn't go along with those plans. And I mean, that's how game development works. It's like someone has a plan, they, you know, maybe try it out, and then realize maybe that, okay, this is cool, but it's not fun. You know, this is, or like, this is only annoying. No one will enjoy this, and they scrap it. That's usually what happens when they go back on planning. And it seems I'm actually lucky because there are really not a lot of players here, and I've already killed 5 without anyone annoying showing up. Got our first rib. Goes without saying that down there in the crypt it can go bad very quickly because, for one thing, you're inside a cave, which is always dangerous. Okay, here are all the people. And, you know, suddenly you get like 10 respawns on top of you. Okay. We need to be careful in here. But we have a lot of people competing for the same mobs. That's the thing, you need to kill 20 of them, which is kind of a lot. Didn't have time to stealth. But the Onyxia buff is certainly helping out with this, because I would not have such an easy time if I didn't have that buff. Brain Eater. Brain Eater. This is such a cool place. You know, if you go through that corridor, you end up like in a different area. Okay, they're like a full-on group. Jeez. Guessing they're hunting for the plague spreaders. Can't remember where you go if you go through that. I think it's a different crypt or something you go end up in. Oh right, it's that other. Yeah, I know where it is. Still very cool. I think it is, at least. Alright, we're out of... There's a play up. Wonder if the dwarves will get him for me. Yeah, they will. Fuck. I mean, at this point I'm tempted to just go upstairs again, because this is just overpopulated. I think they're down here because, I mean, yes, it has fast respawns, but that doesn't help when you're 4 people competing for the same mobs. And empty. Ah, this is annoying. hunters, just like druids, are probably the best classes there are to quickly tag mobs. Hunters because they have their range attack, obviously, which is very quick, and druids have their moonfire, which is also like a spell that is an instant spell. As for me, I have a somewhat slow throw like that. Okay, he's actually a paladin. Oh, thank you, they invited me. They're done. Or the priestess, at least. Okay, they at least invited me, so we don't need to compete over the mobs. Boop, boop, boop. Do they also need ribs? The only one. Brain eater. Holy Hans and Ostespisen. Cheese eater. Oh, it's free for all. Ah, whatever. I don't care. I mean, at most we'll find a blue item, which, yeah, that would suck, of course, but how many do they need? 2 more, okay. They only need 1 more. And wow! Right, adios. Okay. What? Okay. Here comes the next person that also needs plague spreaders. There is one as well. At least, you know, people are inviting each other to groups to avoid this competing over mobs. All in all, this went by quite quickly, I have to say. Stay safe, you too. And we just need 2 more ribs, and then I'm gonna hand in these quests and maybe turn 30. I mean, I could, but potentially do this one as well while I'm here at the cemetery anyway. Maybe I should. These ghoul ribs are very rare. Ah, you're picking the moss. Bah! Stupid druid. That was my grey moss. Even though you just helped me. Yeah, I will do this one as well. Okay, just one more rib and we are happy. That is being sent to Bank Alt. Ah! Alright. We have all the ribs. Time to kill mobs for the next one. Just gonna stealth out of here. Someone want that? Maybe? Yeah, okay. Here we need to be a bit careful because there's a very, very nasty elite that is patrolling around. Oh, fuck, is this also... Why are there so many players? This is the place, you know, the tunnel I showed in the other one. If you go through the tunnel, you'll end up in this crypt instead. Kinda cool. This is also one of those super populated areas. But with the Onyxia buff, we are unstoppable. I'm gonna get over here. Will I get both of them? Maybe not. Try. Come here. Yeah. Managed to only pull one of them. So, one warder and 1,000 raiders. healer came. Ah, here comes a warden. If I didn't have the Onyxia buff, I would have definitely used evasion here. Now I'll just assume that I will handle it. Wait, okay. It's like, wait, what is that quest? But it's from up, above ground, not down here. Okay, we need a couple of more raiders. Those are the sort of the easier ones. Still need to be very careful, of course. This looks a lot like there's a level 60 dungeon called Skullomance, which basically looks like this. Okay. Now the issue of finding raiders, because in these rooms there are only healers and warders. Yeah, so I think we need to get upstairs. There you are. Wait, my poisons are out again? Okay. I am gonna rebuff. I should have had him. That always, I mean, again, I have played this game for 20 years. If I have one pet peeve with it, it's when they ask you to kill 15 of a mob. Problem is, there are not, even without all the other people running around, there are not 15 of those mobs here. Even if I was here by myself, I would not find 15 of that specific mob that I need. That is annoying, because then you just need to wait around for respawns. But yeah, it's a 20-year-old game. I'm actually gonna go hand in this while waiting for... Oh, come on! While waiting for respawns. What was this? Ah, that may sell. People are usually looking for a shield upgrade, I guess. Hey, thank you. I guess that's the one boring thing about playing a rogue, is that you can never be friendly back when someone is friendly and buffs you when you're walking past them. When I was playing my druid, I could at least... okay, we're not gonna do that one. When I was playing my druid, I could at least, you know, toss them a Mark of the Wild and thorns whenever I ran past them. As a rogue, all you can do is basically say thank you. And open lockboxes if people have them. I will at least ding 30 when I hand in these quests. And at that point, we're gonna see if we can find a group for Razorfen Kraul. Can't see anything. But I also need to kill 5 more of these raiders. Ah! You are not giving me another plague, sir. Okay, there we have a raider. Ah! Morlodin, 35 elite. We do not want to mess with him. Three more. Morlodin is patrolling. He's red. He is like dark red. Where do I go? I'll just do like this. Stay away. And he can and will see through my stealth. I don't think he goes down into the catacomb at least, but he is patrolling outside of it. Okay, there is a raider of the Lost Ark. And there is a raider. Okay, those are the last 2 we need. And we're done. And of course I get 25 seconds reduced walking speed cast on me. But we're heading over there. And then we're heading to the Flight Master in Westfall, fly to Darkshire, hand in the quests, and then we can go to Stormwind to train our 30 skills and start looking for a Razorfen group. I don't even want to look at the tool until I'm ready.
Greetings. The Alliance.
There we go. Ding 30.
Go with honor.
Bishop Farthing. I can wait with that. And we're so now we got Blade Flurry. Okay, we have a group. I just need to unload my shit and screw this, I'm just selling them.
See you around. How are you? See you later.
Where are they? Thousand Needles, Nigel's Point, Frey Island. Okay, so they're kind of spread out. We're gonna sell, we're gonna train. Luckily, at least, we have the flight path down to Booty Bay, so that we can take the boat over to Ratchet, and then it's not that long of a run.
What can I do for you?
Uh, Kidney Shot, Sinister, Disarm, Garrote.
See you around.
Kidney, Sinister, Disarm. Need to update the macros. Garrote. And Sinister Strike. There. Now we're gonna sell. And just sell the wool, send the wool, and then we're off. Then we're ready. need to turn off my
What can I do for you?
radiator because it's getting
Be careful.
very warm in here. So let's have a look at the items that can drop in there. And good thing number one is that, okay, we have a druid. We don't know what type of druid they are, but let's assume that they're feral because most druids are. So they will probably also need on leather items. My biggest upgrade in there is this dagger, which I don't think anyone else in the group would need on. That would be a huge win. Second is the pants, which the druid will probably also need. Uh, then there's the rare mob, rare bat, that can drop kind of a nice necklace that pretty much everyone would want. But this bow is actually very nice because of the 3 agility. Even if throwing weapons is so much better for quickly pulling mobs. Other than that, it's really not a lot in there. I mean, this ring is primarily tanking or a priest or caster ring, I'd say. And that's pretty much it. So I wonder if it's the paladin or the druid that is healing. Okay, so they're in Ratchet now, so we're not that far off. Fallon Lake. Where's that? Oh, okay, the druid is up there. So he's a bit ways off, but that's just fine with me because when I get over on the boat here, I will need to run all the way down there, pick up a quest, take that quest all the way over there, then run back and basically meet up where the mage is. Hopefully the mage won't leave. I am guessing that the warrior is the tank. Exciting! Level 30, and now we're doing Razorfen. The dungeon my last level 30 died in. I will not repeat that mistake. To be perfectly honest, I didn't even know that boss could mind control. I don't know if I was tunneling his ads and just didn't even notice when he was casting it, because I do think you can kick it. So that's what I will be focusing on this time at least, to not repeat that mistake. Gonna wave to the orc. See if he waves back. Oof. Level 60 in Dire Maul. Gordok Brute. Hey, wave back. Friendly orc. But there are no main hand weapons dropping in there. And I think I will actually invest in a new main hand weapon after the dungeon. Unless I find something in there, which I don't think I will. Because as a rogue, same as a warrior, a new weapon can really, you know, make things so much easier. Aren't you getting off here? Only fangs. I am watching a lot of the. I mean, my favorite streamer is Guzu, because I don't know. We just vibe, I guess. He's very positive and just always a fun guy to watch play. And he's in Only Fangs, the event, so that is very fun to watch. But it's a streamer-only guild, and it's in the US as well. I mean, you need to be a big streamer to get in there anyway. But it's very much fun to watch. I don't think that guild, because he was only in a guild called Only Fangs, but I think it's just like a imposter guild, or however you want to say it. Okay, step 1. We're picking up a quest in Ratchet called Blue Leaf Tubers. A very annoying quest, but we're gonna do it anyway. And then we're running down here to pick up the sort of the main quest for the place. Unfortunately, there are no nice quest rewards for a rogue. Oh, okay, he jumped off. Ishikawa, legendary Japanese ninja. Ishikawa Goemon, I believe his name was. And Goemon was the name of my first level 30, the one that died in this dungeon we're doing now. Look at all these floating debris I have to run by. I don't want to leave the group waiting. There we have it, blue leaf tubers. Hello. Now we're gonna pick up all this crap. Manual, stick, and crate with holes. There we go. And for whatever reason that doesn't register in the add-on, but we have everything at least. And now we're running there. Oh my god, it's so far away. I think this area, the Barrens, is like a love-hate relationship for a lot of Horde players because, you know, they have nostalgia for it, but it is just so big. You know, running from Crossroads down to Turajo. But they do have a flight point both there and there. It's only mostly for Alliance. It just sucks running through the place. Where's the druid now? Okay, he's over there. But he has a travel form, so he's faster. I don't know where this flickering is, what it's about. I think it's some NVIDIA issue. I mean, this is by far the biggest problem about running both Razorfen Kraul, and then there's another dungeon called Razorfen Downs, which is a level 40 dungeon, or around that, as Alliance, because it's just so much running, and it takes quite a while. And you're risking of someone in the group eventually is just like, okay, I've been standing here for 20 minutes waiting. I have better things to do. The druid asking if we can share the quests. We cannot, because the one from Ratchet, you need to get these quest items, and the main quest, you need to pick up a book which you hand over to someone who then gives you the main quest. So neither of those are shareable. But again, he at least has travel form, so he's a bit faster than the rest of us. The mage standing outside the instance, creating water and food for people, I guess. In 15 seconds I can use sprint again, at least. Hammer, hammer, there we go. There was, or rather, there is a bug. I don't know if it's limited to the hardcore realms or if it's the same for the regular anniversary realms, where you're trying to enter an instance and it says like cannot launch additional instances or something along those lines. And we have a druid in the guild who is trying to do Normal Gun and says like he's been trying for the past 10 minutes to enter the instance with his group, but they keep having that issue. And someone in the guild just wrote, "Then you'll live to see another day," which was, yeah, that's one way of seeing it. Gnomeregan can be very brutal if you don't know the place. Alert, but they're friendly. Yeah, I know. Those are like I think responsible for a lot of horde deaths because they patrol this sort of low-level zone for a lot of horde players. For elites that are at this level, very high level. Basically, if they aggro onto you, you don't have a chance. Um, a lot of the times, because this place is so freaking huge, people are just running, auto-running like I am doing now, and they don't pay attention, and suddenly they're like, what happened? Why am I dead? I don't think they drop anything. I'm still not sure how this works because I know that some horde NPCs, like this one, civilians, will like yell for guards if you get close or something. But I'm not sure how it works actually. I do wonder if... So I have this sort of cheat item that only Alliance can get that is called Light of a Loon. Grants immunity from all damage and spells for 10 seconds. What I wonder is, can I use that item if I'm stunned? Because that is what happened the last time I died in here. Is when the warrior feared. I can't remember what the fear is called, but it basically it roots your target in place, quivering in fear, or basically stunning them, and the rest is running away. So everyone else in the group ran away, while I was basically rooted in place next to the warrior, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't vanish, I couldn't... Yeah, I could only watch myself get killed. That one I know will aggro if you get too close, which we will not do. There is the quest item. There is a corpse. Big man Zog Zog. Yeah. Wait, Where? Are you real? Does this like have a long respawn timer? There. Ah, classic. Right, now we're gonna go hand in this journal. If I'm gonna try to be positive about this, all this running, is that you're at the very least getting some flight points while doing so. Still, it is very annoying. Not annoying, it just takes time. And at least they're not at high level. Did I miss training something? No. When is the next sprint? 34. Eviscerate, next level, level 32. Blind is nice. I'm not training any poisons other than instant poison. I don't think there is a use for any other until raiding at least. Then maybe you put deadly poison on one of your weapons and instant poison on the other one. The crippling poison is very situational. I mean, if we're in a Legenden der Alliance, if we're doing some kiting, crippling poison of course could be nice. He made a rude gesture when he ran past me. How rude. Oh, where is the druid? Okay, he's actually making... It's kind of fast.
I am listening.
Got the flight path. Now we hand in this.
What brings you here? Good luck.
And there is the main quest. Okay, back to the dungeon. Okay, so the paladin, he cannot dispel magic yet. I think it's much later. That is my biggest fear, is that first boss that mind controls. Still the nightmares about it. I am not concerned, says the warrior. The most difficult part is getting there. I mean, it's the first boss. I, I won't argue with them, but I'm pretty sure that the cast is interruptible, so that will be my basically only focus, making sure that the cast doesn't go through. Okay, Druid is looting the book.
Hi.
Now we're having that issue. Yay! Okay, there seem to be just going for it. I wonder what the different roles are. Guessing the paladin is the healer, maybe? I will not lie. I am not a huge fan of, you know, we're waiting for one person still, but we're just charging in. But there are 24 elites, so we're high level. But alright, I am guessing that the druid is a feral. This is a very boring quest. Man, I am complaining a lot today. Uh, this little gopher, while being very cute, is very slow. And you're doing this, he sniffs around, and then he slowly walks up to a spot where you can loot uh, tuber or whatever it's called. still not sure. Okay, he is feral. I'm I'm really not sure who is doing what in this group. If is it the paladin or the druid that is healing? I'm guessing it's the paladin. Yeah, I think so. Fade leaf. I think that's what you need for the blind stuff, maybe? Can't remember. Like the rogue blind. Okay, I'm just gonna use it one last time because then I'm done. Come on, little gopher. Then I'm finished. Okay. There. All done. All done. Oh, I am gonna be kind. Okay, barely sells. Greed. Enjoy. I'm getting flashback because this is this exact thing happened when I was here with my last level 30, and that dagger dropped, and it was a very minor upgrade, and I said no, I'll just hope that I get the dagger from the boss later on instead, and then I died. Okay, the warrior is actually doing very good damage. This is also something very typical for Classic, in that like the first half of the dungeon, the one we're doing now, is kind of low level, you know, level 27, and then the second half is much higher level, which is I don't know if they were like thinking that people would do it so many times that they would like, I'll just do the first part at this level and then I'll come back when I'm higher level and do the other half. Maybe. Nope. Okay. Alright, we walk out with him. Now we have cleared at least. I do wonder if we need to re-clear it, if it will respawn. We'll see. At the very least, I'm done with tubers, which is a very annoying quest. And it really doesn't have anything worthwhile as a quest reward, I think. This is actually nice. Pair of boots upgrade for finding the necklace. And nothing else. Sadly. Oof, another second death to Baron Ribbendeer I see today. Or tonight. So last words. F. Yep. F indeed. Oh, I think most two-handed classes wants a weapon in here called the Corpse Maker from the third boss. I'm willing to bet that's what the warrior is here for. Wait, okay. There it was. Did Mage not pick up the quest, or have they already done it, maybe? Seems they already done it. But the Paladin didn't pick it up. Well, not my problem. This is also a thing it's so much more fun doing dungeons when you're like in Discord or something with the ones you're playing with. With all the cloth drops. poisons. Ugh. Jeez, the warrior is just charging in, literally. Okay, I didn't even have time to cast it. Oh, that. Not a very talkative group. I mean, not all of them are. That is also something that can be slightly worrying when, you know, the group is not communicating, or... But I guess we are somewhat high level for this. I am also wondering what the mage thinks of the paladin keep rolling need on everything cloth related that is dropping. At the same time, I mean, if it wasn't a paladin, it would probably been a priest healing us, and the priest would probably be rolling need anyway. Wait, mortality veins? Oh, he picked it up just now. Oh well. Oh no, it's gonna be a spam of all my auctions that didn't sell. Okay, so now we're getting into the level 30 territory. So suddenly things are not dying as quickly as they did before. Ymir. So the moon is usually an indication of, okay, you mage, you are polymorphing. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, warrior. Will he get the corpse maker? He will not. Sorry. Pass. Pass. Greed. Well, he needed a helmet, at least. I only have 7 minutes remaining on the Onyxia buff. Uh-oh. Mage is starting to get annoyed at the paladin rolling need on everything, which I can understand. Can't trade. Is he self-found? Oh, this is... Dude. Paladin. To be honest, I was kind of surprised that... Why can't he trade? Is the mage self-found? No. If he was a complete loot whore, he would have rolled need on the blue dagger that dropped earlier, the bind on equip one, which he didn't. But he has basically been rolling need on all the cloth items that have dropped so far. And now the mage actually called him out for it because he just now rolled need on a pair of cloth gloves. That was a 1 stamina upgrade for him, which is like, what are you doing, dude? It just seems so... greedy. Well, at least I can open the chest. Ooh, thought it came from me. Just told them that bats were about to encounter AoE silence, which is obviously bad for a healer. This is the either very easy spot, or if you have a very reckless tank that pulls way too many mobs, it's hell, because suddenly the healer is silenced, and then you're in trouble. Because the bats do this AoE silence. Oh, mage. And behind that door we have the more or less only boss I care about in here, because it can drop both ooh, nice, 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 nice. Need my dagger and a pair of pants, but I'm guessing the druid will also need on these. Okay, he didn't. Thank you. Big upgrade. I think this boss, if you're taking too long time to kill it, his damage will just ramp up, and he will. Ah, bah. Okay, need. Come on, daddy, need new pants. Oh, the druid already passed. Please. Oh yes, great, freaking great. Not a dagger, but offhand is not as important as the main hand anyway. And that was a big upgrade. Now the Onyxia buff is out. Uh-oh. Are pulling a lot. I hope the healer stays away. Okay, that was a bit scary. There are many bats in here. Oh, is it rare? No. No rare. I do have a chest. Gorth wanted, but... And the final boss.
Troublesome whelps. I'll teach you to interfere. Outside pain for encroaching on our land. My power is here.
It's actually hurting.
Our new allies will avenge us.
And I guess everyone will roll a need on it. Let's see. Greed, greed, greed. Escort. I've done escort, okay. Uh, I'll just read it. Yep. Alright. This was a great success. I don't think there's much point in me showing me escorting this very slow goblin out of the place, but I will end it here for tonight. Thank you, whoever you may be watching this in the future.